back on February, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm having issues with my boyfriend. Having so much issues. I think it's gonna get better when you do your Valentine event." And that's actually disgusting. Like, I didn't realize what she meant by that.
Wait. Could you say that again?
Uh, what I'm saying is, when I talked to her, I told her, "Hey, I'm doing a Valentine event," and then she says something like, "Yeah, I'm kind of having issues with my boyfriend. I think it's gonna be really crazy with your new Valentine event."
Mm-hmm.
And that clearly meant she had something going on with me that I didn't know of. So fast forward some weeks, um, we had a very heated argument that started off because she kind of didn't like my friend. She was like, "I don't like gays and I don't like Yuka," and I was trying to convince her, maybe you should talk to them. Why do you sit so far away from them? Like, we're playing Undertale roleplay game and we're like on Grillvis, and she was like sitting on the other side of the map. And I was telling her, "Dude, why are you sitting there?" She was like mad. So I remember I made a joke. I said, "Haha, you're like a tsundere," and then she got really mad at me, like actually really mad at me. Then I
Like a what?
remember she over exaggerated the situation because I made a joke. "You act like a tsundere." I say that, huh? And then she
Yeah.
got really mad at me, and then what I remember is all of these arguments ended up uh, devolving into a drama because she told Landmine, if you guys don't know her, is was used to be one of my good friends I had. We weren't really that close, but I definitely consider her a good friend. Uh, so she goes and tells Landmine. She tells her something like, "And is a horrible person. He did this to me. He's like that. He's horrible." And this was actually a really big foreshadowing what she will do later, like how she trash talks about me. So then Landmine helps her, writes a paragraph for her, and then she sends a paragraph to me that was brought by Landmine because she couldn't even bring herself to make a paragraph herself. I frequently apologized to her because I got manipulated into thinking I was the bad. Um, I remember she starts talking about her boyfriend. She starts saying, "My boyfriend is kind of toxic and bad," and that ends up in me asking, "Dude, stop talking bad about your boyfriend. Stop doing this." Because I used to help her a lot more than I want to admit. When she had problem with her boyfriend, I used to help her. I used to give her advice. I was like a fucking psychopath. Like, come on, dude. How can a 14-year-old be helping a 17 grown woman, dude? Like, holy shit.
That's good for you.
So I gave her a lot of advice and stuff, and I never suspected she had anything on me. But here's where things actually get very dark. She confessed to me. After all of that, she says, "I have a crush on you," and just that just kind of traumatized me a bit. That was actually really disgusting and shocking to me. The next thing I know, I decided to stay silent. Like, I was really shocked. I didn't know what to do because since I was very close to her back then, and yeah, I had Andreas, but I was just recently connecting back to Andreas. She was kind of like the only person I had. Like, I didn't want to depend on her, but I was kind of forced by my situations. So I take the worst choice. I keep her as a friend, and then
Mm-hmm.
supposedly everything go back to normal. To normal, sorry. But then, when I was playing with Cactus Blocktails, Cactus is my friend. Cactus is my friend, by the way. Suddenly, I get a lot of paragraphs sent by landline, and I read all of them, and I realize landmine believe all of what Fry said and sending me all of these paragraphs, and then she keeps blocking me. So then I asked Fries naturally, and Fries admitted she trash talked to Landmine. I make her write all of these hurtful things to me. I honestly, I was a dumbass because I still didn't cut off Fries because Fries was like, no, it's not my fault. She was exaggerated. I never told her anything aside from that you were bad. Of course, I didn't know she probably see more things that more things that weren't just, and it's just bad. She probably said a lot of things that were fake. So she made me lose a friend. She made me lose a friend, and tried to, and admitted she had a crush on me. Like things are just adding up since this point. Wait, give me a break. I'm gonna drink some water. Wait. I've been working on a unified theory. If I make it through tonight, everybody's gonna hear me out. Where were we on again? We were on the board.
We're talking about the landmine situation.
Yeah. So, I still didn't cut her off, but I was pretty hurt. I honestly was pretty stressed. She didn't give a shit. Like I told her, Fries, can you apologize to me or something? Like you made me lose a friend. You over exaggerated a joke I made. You were like, oh, yeah, okay. Like she didn't give a shit. You just wanted to groom me, dude. She didn't care about my feelings. She didn't care about how I felt. She didn't care the fact that she made me lose a friend. For her, that was like, yeah, I'm sorry for you. Wants to groom me, like, holy shit. And then, let me remember. Some days pass and things just get weirder. I start to think and reflect all of that happened. She has a boyfriend. Right? Her boyfriend knows about this, and I didn't tell you guys, but her boyfriend, used to be jealous of me. Like, Fries used to tell me, yeah, my boyfriend is kind of mad with you. He doesn't like you. And I was like, what? Because the thing is, Fries told her boyfriend that she had a crush on me. And her boyfriend, instead of accusing Fries or breaking up with her, he was just fine with her, but he was angry with me. Like these two are like actually holy shit. How do you get mad with with the person that doesn't have anything to do with your partner instead of your partner? Because she had the fault of that, not me. It's not my fault a 17-year-old grown woman has a crush on me, right?
No, it's completely not your fault.
Yeah, but all of that was my fault. Fries was like this little angel we did nothing wrong.
But the thing is, I mean, Fries, behind a statement, she says that she can't control her feelings, and that's why she did all of these things to you, which 100% isn't really justified, is it?
Totally. I'm gonna say an anonymous statement. A friend told me, I'm not gonna say the name because they didn't want to like appear, but a friend told me that not being able to control your feelings with a minor and acting on your fantasy is disgusting, and that's completely true. Like she couldn't control herself. Like you're just 17-year-old. How can you not control yourself? You have like, she doesn't even has a bad life. Like she has a partner. She lives in a normal house. She has no excuse to act like this. Like she doesn't even has mental issues because something bad happened in her life. She lives a completely normal life, and she still does this out of pure malice, like because she's just messed it up like that. And so then, of course, I start to reflect after all of that happening. Her boyfriend gets mad with me. She always acts like the victim, and when I think of that, something new happens. She tells me, my best friend Mar, she doesn't like you and she wants me to cut you off. And I start to realize she trash talk about me to her best friend too. Like she's been trash talking to everyone, and then acts like oh no, I just exaggerated it. I just didn't control my feelings. Like she trash talking to her best friend. So then her best friend demeans me and tells me, "You're a horrible person. You manipulate Fry. You do this." And you know why? Because Fries manipulated them, and then Fries acts like she didn't. Like holy shit, dude. So then the cycle that we can see here is she gets on a little argument with me. She gets really mad. She trash talks to one of her friends or one of my friends. Makes that friend argue with me and makes that friend block me. Then acts like, oh yeah, sorry, I got a little mad with you, so I trash talked it with you. I won't do it again. And then proceeds to do it again. She defends behind that statement that she doesn't know what to do, that she has no control over herself. But like, for example, it's like I got mad with you, and then I immediately go to your best friend or a friend close to you. I trash talk them about you. Then you tell me that that best friend is DMing you and is blocking you and stuff, and then I say, I'm sorry, dude. I just got mad with you and couldn't control myself. Trash talking about you. Like, how do you think I felt? Like, I actually feel so guilty. I feel like all of it was my fault. I was the bad person. And after the Marmar thing, after all that thing, I'm gonna say that Andreas, the person with right here, kind of opened my eyes. Like, they told me that all of this was wrong because I used to think I was terrible. I used to think all of it was my fault. We both reflected on this. We both threw ourselves and looked back, and we started to realize Fries was the one exaggerating all of this. Fries was the one abusing of the fact that I couldn't like uh, believe that I was a good person. Like I used to think I was bad. Like my ego wasn't really that big, so she abused of that fact. The fact that I believe whatever she said. So then I started to think and realize that she wanted to groom me all of this time. All of this time she tried to groom me, she tried to flirt with me, she tried to get close to me, she tried to get me on her poly relationship. And after all of that, I just couldn't take it anymore and we cut her off. We cut her off, we didn't want to hear any more about her. I was pretty like traumatized, I was pretty paranoid. And the worst part, I was right. She was constantly watching me. She was sending me messages on Pinterest. And he was constantly trying to reach to me. And I didn't want that. I told her I didn't want to hear about her anymore or talk to her. So naturally me and Rias and some couple friends decided to confront her about all of this. And guess what? She constantly left the group chat. She didn't want to accept she messed it up. And here goes my next point. She has a victim complex. Like, she can never be wrong. She can never do any mistake. She's a little poor 17-year-old kid who doesn't do wrong. And that's honestly pretty disgusting to me. And then, after we finished confronting her to repeatedly tell her to constantly come back to the group chat, I cut her off for the last time. For the last time. Like over. Like we told her out that she did. We told her we didn't want to hear about her anymore. We showed her the screenshot of what she did. And of course, it seemed like she didn't learn her lesson. Because a couple of weeks later, guess what? We start getting DMs of random people we don't know. And these people are talking shit about us. They're saying that we did a lot of messed up things. And at first, we didn't catch like the clue. But as we read all of this message, we realized she did it again. She trash talk about us and send the people after us. Can you say anything, Andreas? Because you know more about this.
Well, and leave we left the group chat. And then, as things got on, she started to send her goons, yeah, Kelsey and Yume. Both of these people were sent after us, saying hurtful statements and calling us bad names and just overall untrue things. Like, we were the bad guys, we were the manipulators, we were the uh, people who victimized
Yeah.
ourselves. And
And
because
Flash
of
was
that, I
the
wanted to, yeah,
the little victim. Flash was the one that was crying and that was suffering from all of this. And Flash was the little baby who got Groomer instead.
exactly. And then that caused me to want to clear things up for the people. And I ended up adding Fries into a group chat to uncover her intentions and see what she seeks by sending all those people to us. And so I made a group chat, me and I believe Frushi, and her, and we started talking about these things. But in the end, she just acted like a coward all the time and refused to face head on us. She refused to face us, and she would rather just send her friends at us to say those hurtful things to us, which is, in my opinion, a very bad thing to do if it's not really that obvious. In the
Yeah,
end,
it relates
we,
to the fact. It relates to the fact that she can't even write her own paragraphs. She always needs help from people. She always needs influence and control to do anything against us because by herself she's useless because she's a coward. She won't show her face. She even I'm gonna say something right now that it's a bit more ahead, but I wanted to say it because it honestly disgusted me. She traced it over my face and made a drawing of me to mock me. And honestly, it's pretty hypocritical of her because you know what? She was the one that deleted her photo that she face revealed. I didn't delete it because I'm honest. I'm honest about my appearance, but she's not. And honestly, that says a lot about her insecurities and the person she is.
that is a terrible thing to do. In the end, we ended up blocking her yet again, hopefully to not see her again and just to be met with those hurtful things that she said to my friend on Pinterest. Isn't that right?
Yeah,
And after that, she started to get in touch with a group of people that would play Omori Sandbox, and she would later on join their server in hopes that she would meet us again and continue to make fun of us for whatever reason.
the
And so
reason
on,
being,
she,
oh, I know
yeah,
the reason. The reason is she has. I have reached a conclusion. She doesn't hate me. She has a weird obsession. It seems like she still has some crush on me. She has something with my OC. She has something weird with me. And also,
yeah, and
honestly,
your boy.
that's way more terrifying that she hates me. The fact that she still has something weird with me. That she has a fetish with my OC. She wants my attention. She wants everything. She wants everything out of me. And honestly, that's just disgusting to me.
Which is she just spends most of her days on the game Omori Sandbox, just waiting, fishing for us to join and make fun of us yet again. And who would know that Omori Sandbox would get turned to a fishing simulator, except the fish are ants. That was so
Recently,
cool.
I'm gonna take
זה תספורת של גוי של יהודי, גוי.
I'm gonna take it from here now. So
Yeah,
recently, what we've been seeing is thanks to one of her anonymous friends that released what she did. We're not gonna say names. He sent us a lot of evidence and screenshots, and what we can see, she's clearly obsessed with us. She constantly writes weird fanfics about us. The thing I mentioned earlier, she traced it over my face. Uh, And even worse, she seems to have new victims. Because I heard she sent it and to someone and then deleted it after. Right. So they minimize our issues. They joke about what Fry did to me, and they make fun of us. Every time I join Omori Sandbox, they started to make fun of me. And honestly, this hasn't like affected me mentally because I know all of their saying they're just fake, they're not saying the truth, but you know, I don't think anyone will feel comfortable knowing the person who tried to groom them has protection on a server. And not only that, but they have a whole group chat just to talk shit about me, just to make fun of me, lick my face, leak things, send gore and porn, and get more victims. And not only that, but they also drag my friend. They also talk stuff about my friend. They write fanfics, weird stuff. And honestly, that's the lowest thing you can do. Lowest. And I'm gonna say names. Hell, even Pixie, a person who is very well known in that community, it's about me. And honestly, that's the thing that has hurted me the most. The fact that these people trust talk behind my back. The fact these people don't realize what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Not what they're doing is wrong. And I deeply hope we can find some peace. And that whole group chat falls apart.
Yeah.
Because as
In no
I
world
said, someone's already a new victim of Fries. We're not gonna say name, but that person already told us the weird things Fries did, and honestly, that has made us realize. I think Fries is never going to stop. He's never going to actually change. He's gonna be like that until, I don't know, one day she actually gets to groom someone and goes to prison. Because I don't know any other way she can see what she's doing is wrong. She's too far gone. She's too far gone to say sorry. She's too far gone to start singing the turn her life's taking. And what they've been doing is not an opinion. These shoes don't hate me. These shoes harass me. They talk tough about me, and you know what? They don't have shame. They're doing it on a minor. Most of these people are grown people and still do it. And you know what's the worst part? Fry's lied about Courage. She's 70, but she told that anonymous person who seems to be the new victim that she was 15.
Yeah, she lied about her age.
And actually, that's just completely messed up. And I hope this message to whoever read this and is related to these people could have cuffed them off immediately. These people want attention, these people want all of that, and the best way to stop this is just to not give them more attention. We already left the Omori Sandbox community. This video is probably the last thing we're gonna make that is related to that game or that community. Because honestly, I don't think anybody in there is gonna stop. Anybody in there is gonna like say, guys, we're doing this wrong. We should stop this group shit. No, they're never gonna realize. They believe whatever Fry says blindly. They believe her whatever she says. They believe it. They don't question it.
Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused me for. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform.
Okay, So we're here with Mr. Rushy, aka Nana Ming.
Holy shit.
Mr. Rushy, would you?
That's me.
Okay, Mr. Rushy, could you please? Please don't interrupt me this time. Mr. Rushy, could you please let us in on what you know about Fry, and, the whole situation from your point of view?
I heard that she tried to groom Tana, confessed to him in her feelings that she loves him, She even shipped his Roblox avatar with her own in-catalog avatar creator. And she has a boyfriend, and her boyfriend fucking knows about it. Like, what the fuck? And then I got told that she did send to minors some gore shit. Yeah, gore and whatever it is. It's just bad. So I describe her as a groomer and like a pathetic person.
Thank you very
warned her and told her to stop harassing you and the other people with the voice covered out and undress. Well, she acknowledged her mistakes and like apologized for her behavior. But yeah, the allegations came out, and they're much worse than what we have right now. And this shit is it's horrible. Yeah, so I'm here just to see how she's going to behave now about that.
Don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. Excuse me, sir.
Money Cactus. Do you think Fries is a groomer or a boomer?
It's news to me, that is news to you. To which they agree, who as first to woo. We could go on and on, but in the end, who are wicked? And my divinity is past the fidelity. Am I getting through?